You know, when your competitors' ads show up on Google and you're sitting there going, how are they running those ads? In this video, I'm basically going to show you how to spy on your competitor ads. You see your competitor ads in shopping, search, and you're wondering, how do I run those ads? Or how are they ranking for that? Or what is this brand doing? You don't need a inside Google rep that you pay $2,000 for. They send you a rundown of what an ad account looks like. You don't need that. Similar to the Meta Ads library, you can do the exact same on Google. You can know what they're running on shopping, search, display, YouTube, no matter the country, no matter the format. Myself, Filippo, Claudio, and the entire Echelonn team, we manage just over 10 million a month in the last 30 days. 10 million spent, 51 back. Ideally, you need to actually be leveraging these sort of methods because this stuff does matter more than ever because CPCs are rising. 86% of industries have seen CPCs rise by over 10% year on year. So if you're not using this competitive intel, you are falling behind and someone else is just going to outbid you and probably steal your customers anyway. Point number one, I want to dive into the auction insights. So the first thing I want to cover is a place in the Google Ads dashboard called auction insights. So this is literally baked into your Google Ad account, and 90% of advertisers, agencies, media buyers that work in-house, doesn't matter what the they are, they're not using it to its full potential. The problem is that most people think they know who their competitors are. They are wrong because they're basing their competitive analysis on assumptions, not data. You might be thinking, okay, X, Y, and Z are my competitors for sure. I'm just going to funnel hack them and see what they're doing. But these three behind you are going to be your actual competitors or going heavier towards your brand or an up-and-coming brand that's VC backed and they've got a ton of spend. Brands are researching competitors that aren't even competing for their highest value keywords. Basically, inside your Google Ads account, navigate to Insights and Reports, and then you want to select Auction Insights. You don't analyze this at the account level. We want to go deeper, okay? So what you're going to do is click Campaign, click into your highest performing campaigns, then your highest performing ad groups, and run the Auction Insights report at that granular level. What you're seeing here in front of you is pure gold. So this report shows you the exact domains that are bidding against you for your most valuable high intent keywords. You can see who's outranking you, your overlap rate with each competitor, and most importantly, who's actually gaining impression share over time. So we'll go time, you can go per week even. For example, if you go into this last week, we can see who their top competitors were as well as overall impression share in comparison, broken down on a day-to-day basis in front of you. It's not just about knowing who your competitors are. It's about understanding who is directly impacting your revenue on the keywords that matter most. Now that you know exactly who to spy on, I'm going to show you how to see every single ad they're running. Similar to the Meta Ads library, I want to dive into the Google Ads Transparency Center. Take that brand, for example, and Google actually shows you every single ad your competitors are running completely free. And this is an easy way to see your competitors' actual ads, their messaging, their offers, creative strategy, what they've done in the past, what they're doing now. So go to adstransparency.google.com. This is Google's transparency center. So we'll go ahead and put in the brand. For us, the example is elitesubs.com.au. Okay, all platforms, all formats. From here, you'll be able to filter any information. What you're seeing here is every active ad they're running. Displayed video, and you can go see all ads to see more. But don't just look at what they say in their ad. Look at how they're saying it. Are they using basic generic ads? Something you can actually capitalize on by being more targeted maybe? Or do you see sort of polished targeted messaging, offers, a language that shows they have a clear strategy? This gives you their entire playbook basically. Their key selling points, the creative approach, what messages they think work best. Seeing their current ad is obviously valuable, but here's where it gets really interesting. So what if I told you there's a way to see not just what they're doing right now, but what they tried to do, then they stopped doing it? These can be some of the lowest hanging opportunities. What I'm going to show you in this next technique is how we've helped clients capture 6-7 figures worth of revenue that their competitors literally handed to them. A big problem we see in most of the space is that most competitive research focuses on what competitors are currently doing. The real opportunity lies in what they've stopped doing. So anyways, these abandoned keywords are the lowest resistance path to market share. This part is not free. You're going to have to get that credit card or debit card out to use it, but if you're a business owner, I'm sure you've got the extra cash in that wallet to spend on it, but you need to be getting SEMrush. This video is not affiliated with SEMrush. We simply just use it ourselves, so we recommend it to you as well. Let's dive into SEMrush, and when you're in SEMrush, plug in your competitor's domain. Once again, we will put in elitesubs.com.au, Australia, beautiful, click search. Now from here, you want to basically go into this section that says position changes. So we'll dive into it now, it's loading up. Scroll down a little bit and then click declined traffic position. regions. Sort by diff column. So these are basically keywords that are previously bidding on, but have since pulled back from. Why would they do this, you might ask? Well, there's three main reasons. The keywords weren't profitable for the models, so you've just saved yourself money and time. Maybe they shifted budget to other priorities, so you could potentially take over that and get that market share, or they just did it by mistake. You can obviously go in here, assess what happened, and decide if you see if this can be a place you can enter from, or even completely avoid it. So going off our previous screen share, you can go even deeper. Sort by the traffic column here. Click that. Now you can look at which landing pages are getting the most paid traffic. You can ask yourself the question, you can see, are they sending people generic home pages, collection pages, specific product detail pages, or maybe advanced funnels like quizzes or advertorials, for example. This basically shows you their entire customer acquisition funnel. It just saves you heaps of time and money when split testing. Now, most people stop here and they think, okay, great, I've got everything I need. Let's take it back to the drawing board and implement some of these changes and strategies into hour out of hour. And they think they've got the full picture. But I got some good news to you. There's actually one more thing hiding in plain sight that could be your biggest competitive advantage. Your competitors might be running completely different strategies in different cities, different countries, different regions, different languages, and you probably have no idea. Most brands run national campaigns. They just assume their competitors are doing the same. But sophisticated competitors are geo-targeting their ads, running different offers in different markets, potentially dominating specific regions while ignoring others. This is where you can step in. And here's a simple way to basically uncover this. We'll go back to the Google Ads Transparency Center where we found their ads earlier. And this time we want to use the location filter. Yeah, and you can filter by specific countries, states, or even cities. Let's just do New Zealand, for example. Here we go. So check this out. When we filtered by New Zealand, this competitor was running ads for a free gift, a way more aggressive strategy than the passive one they had for Australia. And you could do this and check this for each country. They might have different discounts for different countries, different methods, higher pricing, lower pricing. At the end of the day, everyone just focuses on copying what competitors are doing. But the real money is basically in synthesizing all this intelligence to just identify what they're not doing. These strategic gaps where you can operate with zero or just low competition. And every successful competitor has blind spots. Spending $10,000 a month, $100,000, 7 figures a month on Google Ads, they all have blind spots. They're caught up with this, caught up with that. Smaller brands, you can take advantage of bigger brands having to go through all these decision makers before they launch an advertorial. It might take 2-3 weeks before they can launch a new thing or launch a new sale or a category because X, Y, and Z has to say yes, tick it off in corporate. You as a smaller brand can take advantage of that because you can think of it and launch it in the same day. So speed is in your favor. The bigger brands obviously have more spend, so they can come at your brand with more spend and inflate. There's pros and cons to each side, but what I'm saying is everyone has faults, everyone has blind spots. So you as a brand, you can take advantage of that. A brand might be crushing it in one country while completely ignoring other massive opportunities. When you find these gaps, using the intelligence that you've learned and that we've gathered, you're not just competing, you're operating in a blue ocean. So take everything that we've discussed in this video and take everything that you find from your competitors, their auction insight competitors, their ad transparency data, their abandoned keywords from SEMrush, the geographic gaps, and map out sort of a strategic void that they have from the transparency center. Did you notice they have 0 video ads? And maybe that means Performance Max and YouTube advertising is wide open. Video ads, especially creator style UGC content, often outperforms traditional ads and costs are significantly less. From their shopping present, are they using generic white background photos instead of lifestyle images? Or are they using lifestyle images over white background photos? Are their product titles just Shopify defaults instead of keyword-rich descriptions like men's waterproof running shoe? The key is just asking, based on everything that we've uncovered, what major opportunities are they completely ignoring? And these gaps become your competitive advantage and your roadmap for the next 3-6 months of testing. And that budget that you have within your Google Ad account about testing, you can incorporate these tests and these A/B tests, but don't reinvent the wheel. If you know your competitors have tried that but it's failed, through your research, there's no need to really put much budget there in testing it. Just think of a new idea. So the key to all this is to approach this systematically, not sporadically and emotionally. Your competitors are consistently evolving and testing, which means your intelligence needs to be fresh. So here's what I want you to do right now. Don't try to implement everything at once that you find from your competitors. Pick one competitor from your auction insights report, run them through this entire framework. Document everything you find. Then use that intelligence to launch campaigns. I know this might seem like a lot of work, but it's worth it, trust me. And here's the thing, your competitors are doing this and if they're not doing it, you do it. It's definitely going to be worth putting this time into research. I can almost guarantee your competitors are not doing this level of analysis. Well, they're making decisions based on assumptions. You'll be making decisions based on data. That's a pretty unfair advantage that just compounds over time. If you want to take this even further, you're managing a larger ad spend and you want help implementing this because you don't have time or you want experts on your ad account, I'm happy to audit your ad account and then potentially manage the ad account if it makes sense for yourself and us. This type of competitive analysis and intelligence and strategic campaign management, this is what we do day in and day out. There's a link if you want to book a time with myself personally and I'll audit your ad account and I'll show you the audit. On that audit call, there's no pressure. Even if you just want to leverage the audit, take it in-house, go for it. We can stay in touch. But if you want to talk management, you bring it up and we can go from there. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go out there, spy on your competitors, and I'll see you in the next video.